So I'm not from Finland. Yes, I live in Finland. I'm from Estonia. Oh, it's okay if you don't know, it's fine. Who knows Estonia? Oh, no, it's okay, you don't have to be polite. Okay, so fearless, fine, but actually I want to talk about go for philosophy. And I'll break this in two. Go for philosophy for sort of high-level leaders, like ministers and presidents and so on, that sort of make decisions. And then just go for philosophy for the grassroots people, like ourselves. Students, and startup people. I'm still a student. All our team, we're still students. Okay. So go for it, philosophy. But before I go there, what shaped me, where I come from, this country that you actually don't know, I just quickly go through where I come from, what I've done before, and how I ended up in Finland, where I live today, for about 5-6 years. You see this? So it's so small that I made it bigger. So that you can see, there's 1 million people, now less because I'm here. I want to tell about this country that is only 23 years old. I'm 4 years older than this country. 90s. I was a little kid. And I think the country was a startup itself. It's still a startup. A pretty okay one. But in the early days of the startup, it was a bit chaos, some organized crime and this and that. I remember, so when we became independent from Soviet Union, it was 91. I was about 7 when my dad brought us a melon from Finland. And it's not the reason why I moved to Finland. But yeah, it was super exotic, yellow, awesome. Things were not available at the time too much. Much of our clothes were secondhand, or I just got my older brother's clothes when they were small for him, and so on. I used to have my favorite one. So I had this jacket that one half was Adidas and the other half was Nike. I still remember it. I have a photo of it, but not here today. Today, people have embraced IT and digital. And when you Google Estonia today, you might see, about e-government, or everybody's doing their tax online, or maybe that Skype was developed there with some Swedish money and so on. That's today. There's a Wi-Fi all over the country. That's the e-government thing that Estonia is known for today. They're developing this thing for some years already. This guy was there a few weeks ago, and he seemed that he liked it. Thanks to this guy. He's very familiar with IT programming. I think he programmed himself some things. But his day job today is, he's the president of Estonia. So, he was our guest last year at our conference, and he was talking about this. Well done. A bit about myself. Work. Broad. You saw there was a term, digital nomadism. Okay, at that time that I'm going to show you, there was no digital nomadism, but it was the sort of the first, my experience of the going abroad. I've never been afraid of work. That was my first job. We did 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I moved out from Estonia, I was 15, and we went with 2 of my friends to a fish factory. We got a car from the owner, we didn't have a license. I'm not sure it was legal, but anyway, it was a good experience. A lot of fish, a lot of fish. So on the weekends, we used to do it manually. Just like an a knife and just cut the fish and stuff out and so on, hundreds of kilos. And that was the weekdays, just the line. So I was 15, and then I went to high school. I went back to Estonia, and I got a job as a janitor at the sports hall. You know, cleaning floors, sewages, taking some hair out of the shower things and so on. So I did that throughout the whole high school. After graduating, I still wanted to get out. I still wanted to get out of the country, so I went to Dublin, Ireland, to make paninis. These wonderful, whatever these are from, these things. I had to come back because I wanted to start university. So I saved a bit of money, and I studied university, and the first years of university I did food delivery to other people. It was easy. So we split the tasks. My mom got the lists. She gave me the lists, and when I came back from the university, I went to the shop, bought stuff, and just delivered it to the people and went back home. Okay, it was a great, great job. Yeah, so this really left me no time for anything else. So I studied, I worked. I had to catch up a little bit from math and physics because I went to study structural engineering. I really, really loved building tree houses. And, but at the high school I wasn't really thinking about it, so I skipped most of the physics and math, and probably those who knew me, still know me, found me in the school radio or somewhere else, skipping those classes. So I had to catch up a lot of this. So I decided that I'm not going to party for indefinite time. No alcohol, nothing. Some of my friends blocked me. And this went on for 4 years. So my typical Friday was I came back home, I studied, and then there was Monday, and I went back to university. Really enjoyed that time. It was a 180-degree change for me. The mood. No partying equals saving money, a lot. So I saved a bit, and because I studied quite a lot, I got a couple of grants. It was about $15,000 that I managed to save over those 4 years with the grants. Most of it was grants still. So this enabled me to move to Finland. Now this part, that yeah, I'm in Finland. And at the time when I joined, they had this wonderful movement. And this movement, today you maybe Google, it's Alto ES. You find a lot about it. It's Alto Entrepreneurship Society. And at the same time, I joined a software company that was developing 3D modeling software for civil engineers, which was my background. So I got really drawn into the software thing, and that eventually led me to startups. So this movement there was all about creating a functioning startup ecosystem in that region. A lot of reasons. One might be big corporations don't hire anymore. The Nokia headquarters is exactly in front of the university campus. That could be one of the reasons. So people reached out to successful founders already and asked them to help, to mentor. So this movement got a start. A couple of events. So today we organized this this event called SLUSH in Finland, and yeah, a bit over 10,000 people come this year. But the first one was like this, super sad. No international, no one. Nobody cared going up north. got a bit better over the next years. And these everlasting jokes about Finnish weather. Who have heard about jokes about Finnish weather? If you haven't, I can tell you. You know, it's cold and dark and all that, but you know what? It's the best environment to stay home and program. Or you go to sauna and do business. It's not a joke. A lot of business and political things have made in the sauna. There are legends about this. It's all about, this special place where you can talk with people. It's pure. It's not about being naked, but it's just pure. It's not about being dark. So we have used that thing also at our conference. We have these sauna boats there. Startups and investors, they come together and they meet in the sauna. And then months later, they follow up like, hey dude, so remember I met you in the sauna and yeah, it gets followed up for sure. Okay, so how does this sad thing got so massive? It's not just us, no, not at all. It's a lot of, how to say, like a community movement thing, volunteers and so on. Everyone's involved, everyone's welcome. So when I come back to this original point being here and telling you these things, that I wanted to deliver you a couple of points. One, for the high-level presidents. Do we have any presidents here? Just in case asking. And the other, for community, grassroots people, students, and so on like us. Go for it. Really. Just do it. Yeah, I can't, whatever. I heard that's how you say it here in Hong Kong, right? Okay, up. Okay, up. Okay. This is for the high-level people. And you know what? Some of you will be presidents or minister or something, like a high-level, so listen. I'll give you 3 examples. What I've seen in the past years, how high-level leaders have used this philosophy, and apparently it was successful. Also, that's the case of the Alto ES thing. So, first one was just 2 weeks ago, we were in Germany with the president of Alto University, and she was asked at the panel, "What did you do? How did you do it? Like, it's awesome. What did you do?" And she said, "Well, nothing. I just let it happen." That's one. Then half a year ago, I happened to crash into Davos, the World Economic Forum. That's another story, and I'm not going to tell you about this right now. And there was this vice president of the European Commission, Neelie Kroes. And the topic was about how can Europe be like Silicon Valley. Now everyone wants to replicate that. And she said the same thing, that, look, sometimes the best thing what you can do is get out of the way and let things happen. And it really, really works. And the third example is, this guy came over to Finland on the left, and is from Russia. And this is our startup sauna space. That's the accelerator in Helsinki. And of course, we had the Finnish Prime Minister there to welcome him. And there was this question up in the air from the left side that, how did you make this happen? Again, look, we just let these things happen. Just leave the grassroots sort of do their thing. These guys are the closest to the innovation, so just let it go. Okay. Now, this thing has led me to a journey. So far I've been in 70 countries, still on the go, I'm leaving on Monday, I still have a weekend tonight, you might find me in a bar. The inspiration, where? So last year, we had tripled the attendee level at our conference. And look, 68 countries. 68 countries, all the way up to the north. Why? Who are these people? So I got inspired that I want to go through all these countries and learn why do they go there? What is their community like? Maybe we can do something together. So I took Wikipedia, all the list of the countries in the world, and there's about 230 or something, and I picked point 120. That would be the end goal. Now this is roughly 3-year project. So now a couple of quick examples from the journey. Break stereotypes. Video, please. That's Iran. That's Iran. Whatever you heard about Iran before, did you know that 70% of the graduated science, math, engineering students are women? Visit Iran. Let's go back to the slides. I only have like a minute left. So anyway, there's like a few more things that I want to say. Finding your competitive advantage. You know, if you're in Chile, perhaps it's mining. So build a community on top of this, mining. Or another thing is that you might think like, whoa, you need like tons of money to do this kind of thing. Well, you don't. So there's this thing called barter economy. Forget this now. Barter economy, right? Barter economy. So, you know, favor against favor and so on and so on. So you don't really need that much money. Okay, yes, flights do cost something, but once you get there, just work on it. Let's get rid of this video now. It's okay. I just want to finish. So competitive advantage being one of those things. And barter economy being the third last point. And then there's this randomness of life that, you know, sometimes things do not work out. And I'll quickly fly through this, and this, and this, and this. So that's part of the barter economy that, you know, you stay at your friend's place, or that's Davos, that's the World Economic Forum. So you maybe crash it somewhere, and you wake up with bunnies, or cats, or you just crash every now and then, here and there, or always location over the size, capsules, and then the last point. So I'll just quickly wrap it up. Life's random. Things don't work out all the time. I'm very sorry about this blurry picture, but I really had to do it quickly. So I got deported in one of the countries. I was Qatar, so we had this massive conference there with the Prime Minister and everything, and I just had to arrive 30 hours from Argentina, and I said, yeah, right, so, we got invited by the ministry, and the Prime Minister is there, and the guys looked at, come talk. Were you? No. Okay. So we talked a few hours, and no, you're out. So 6 hours later, I landed in Germany. So anyway, life's random, but it doesn't matter. Just go for it. It's possible. Thank you.